And welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, and I'm here with Liz.
Good morning.
And if it's your first time here, you're always welcome to subscribe or follow. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe and or unfollow. And if you're catching us live on YouTube, thank you for joining us. And if you're just catching us on the uploads on any of the podcasting networks, thank you for that too. As Liz has like Liz and me have been talking, we've been doing these more live shows more often, and it's been fun. It's been fun. So yeah, let us know what your thoughts. If you're more into the live stuff, or do you want us to continue? But we've been doing more bonus episodes, so there's a new bonus episode coming out next week. So look forward to that. So that was a very spicy one.
Yes, that was.
Liz had a lot of trouble for sure. So look forward to that one.
Why
Um,
do you always put me in these predicaments?
Well, yeah, I'm the one that has to come up with bonus episode ideas. That's why.
I know.
Anyways, so how you been, Liz? How you been?
Crazy, good, I guess. I've been all over the place.
One of those weeks.
I know. I pulled a 12er. We had two people in my department come down with COVID, so that was lovely. So
Man, the plague's still just rabid, but it's not. Maybe you see it a little bit more because you are in that field, but I have not seen. So recently, like I think I mentioned in the last episode, we have some family visiting right now, and we've been. This is a
excited. I haven't seen
this
them forever.
I've we've been so busy with so many things to do. Like we've gone to a fun center, we've been going out to eat and stuff like that. It's one of those things like
I thought so when you post on Facebook.
yeah. And it's just one of those things like it's kind of like that normality that we used to have. Like we just, just go out, be with the families, be with some friends, just be out and about and not really worry about anything too much. And I think we've, at least for me, I would say we've hit that moment where I'm still cautious, but I'm not like over cautious. If yeah, if you understand what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get it. Yeah, we had some cases. We hit the double digits recently, and then we came back to the single digits. I mean, we're still holding single digits like constantly all the time. So, um, a good thing, but at the same time, I dream of the day that I won't be wearing a mask into work. I can actually see people's faces, all the new ones especially, get to know them.
You've never seen some of your coworkers' faces. That
It's
is
true.
funny.
Well, I've seen a majority of them because I've worked with them for so long, for 3 years now. But there's some I still haven't, like, I mean, I haven't seen on a regular basis because even though I can go and see them during when they're taking their break, like putting my lunch away or grabbing something from my lunch pail, it's like, um, it's hard because it's like I don't see them on a regular basis without the mask.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what I did not imagine your face like this. And so I still have to kind of get used to it, like,
Damn.
oh, that's your face. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, I perceived it as something else instead of the way I should want it should be.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. It's still a little busy. So as far as this recording, or yeah, as far as this episode goes, by the time this goes up to all the podcasting networks and goes up on YouTube, uh, it should be. I should kind of be going back to my regular day because they'll be gone at the end of the weekend, and I'll be back to just producing more stuff. We had to delay a
To
couple
work
things.
tonight. That's what I realized.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
always have to record on my Monday and on your Friday or your Saturday.
my Saturday.
I'm fine with that. It's been working out for the
I
most part.
know.
So, anyways, also everyone, we recently not released. We recently picked the winners for the contest. Congratulations. Be
Thank you
sure,
guys.
yeah, thank you for everyone who participated. Be sure to check your emails if you have an email. Be sure to email us by the what's this Friday?
Uh, third, fourth, second.
For
End
anyone,
of September.
so double check. We emailed every winner, so be sure to check your emails. Check your spam. It should be
Spam.
under the convoluted giveaway, or look for convoluted giveaway. If you have Google, just type it in the search bar, convoluted giveaway. It should pop up. Check your spam folders. Once we get the winners, or all the information, we'll be ordering them. And like Liz and I said, we'll be doing a little live stream for fun, as we tie-dye
Plus,
that gear. But for those who won, be sure to check your emails on the 3rd, you said? That's the Friday?
second. Actually, it's
The
actually
2nd.
Friday.
So
Saturday, I was mixing it up. So
September 2nd, if we did not get a notice by then, we will pick another winner for those who did not reply back. So the sooner the better. But yeah, because this episode goes live on Monday on podcast, and it's Sunday for everyone listening. But yeah, double check your emails, check spam, because sometimes I get spam. I get a lot of those stupid, like, oh, you won $10,000, and like, it's a spam thing. So I understand. It was hard.
It's a scam.
It was hard. It was hard to. It's hard to do the emails to people because I can't say giveaway, but because it might end up in spam, so I was worried a little bit. So, but I didn't want, like, okay, I got to make it easy. But for anyone who uses, I think most email services, for sure Google or Gmail, there's the search bar that if you type in keywords, you can find something. So that's why I recommend typing in convoluted giveaway, and it should pop up. But yeah, congratulations to the winners. We look forward to getting that contact information so we can purchase the stuff, so we can get it all together, and yeah, we can send out some merch. And for those who didn't win, well, we're gonna be doing a sale for the summer. Me and Liz will be talking about that later today. But yeah, there's gonna be a summer sale starting probably tomorrow.
Probably the first week of September.
First week, yeah, the 1st of September. So we'll have it up and everything. But yeah, go check out. If you didn't win, you can still go get some of our merch. It's pretty awesome. We usually wear it. I'm not wearing it at the moment because I got to do laundry after this recording.
Same here.
So,
Same here.
but yeah. I actually enjoy our merch. And I genuinely do wear it outside, and it's comfortable. I can genuinely say that. That's like, I actually enjoy it. But yeah, go check it out at merch.tyrantdominus.com. But yeah, enough of that, the backlog of stuff. I think that's it, right? We've done all that.
I think that's everything.
All right, let's start with the first topic of the night.
Or the day.
Or the day, whatever. For me, it's night. It's like an evening for me right now.
And my morning. Do you want me to do it, or do you
Yeah,
want
you
to
can
do it?
start. You can start.
Right. Here's a fun article that I found recently. It was freaking funny. Man stripped naked, held hostage, and robbed by woman he met on dating app. Again, this is why you don't do dating apps, y'all.
I don't know. You can't say that. There's been a lot of people who have done well. It was one of those stigmas actually for a while. Remember in the early days of dating apps, where it's like
Mhm.
you're doing a dating app, or you're going on dating websites. Seems pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like the norm. Everyone has used Tinder, Grinder, what's Bumblebee, whatever. Yeah, even you like you're like
Bumble.
yeah. There's so many dating apps. There's even so many unique
Grindr is
ones.
meant for some other things, but okay.
At the end of actually for the most part, most of them are meant just for like just
Fun.
for hookups, yeah. But some people
Yeah.
genuinely do use them to find individuals to, because there's been a lot of stories of people like, yeah, I found my soulmate on Tinder, or well, I'm trying to think of others.
Match or Harmony.
Match,
or
Harmony, all that stuff. Like it happens, not like. But then there are these stories where the dark side. All right, go ahead, Liz.
A 30-year-old man was stripped naked, robbed, and held hostage for 3 hours by a woman he met online dating app. The Pierce County Sheriff Department said that the unnamed victim went to the woman's home in Parkland, Washington. Oh, goddamn, not that far.
Bruh.
But was ambushed by a man with a gun about 5 minutes after he arrived. The armed man ordered the victim to remove all his clothes and then took his money. While the female subject took photos of him, they tried to force the man to transfer them $6,000, but the transaction was labeled fraudulent and blocked by the man's bank. The two suspects tried to get his account unblocked, but were unsuccessful. After 3 hours, they released the man and told him they would send the nude photos to everyone in his contact list if he told anybody what happened. The following day, officers received a domestic violence call at the same apartment, recognized the male suspect, and took him into custody. The suspect tried to pull a gun from his waistband, but the officers managed to disarm and handcuff him. The man continued to struggle with the officers and broke the interior door panel and the seatbelt of the patrol car. Damn. He must have been hyped up on drugs.
It was okay. So just kind of looking through it. So it's just like basically a young couple just scamming people. It looks like it. Yeah,
Mhm.
22-year-old male suspect and a 19-year-old female suspect. Yeah, it's just two people just trying to game the system and be assholes.
Get
And
that free money.
for
But they
6,000,
really didn't do that smart, did they? I mean, you
no.
should have done like an Airbnb. You would have saved yourself some trouble.
Yeah, we encourage everyone to review our online dating services and chance becoming a victim. We also encourage parents to talk to their kids about the dangers of meeting people online. That's one of those things you should always like. Were you ever talked about like the basically the dangers of talking with people online when you were younger?
No, because my parents didn't know.
That was because we were early
I grew
day.
up smart on that because I grew up from Southern California. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna meet you in a public place. I'm gonna meet you where I know, like, I'm in my familiar surroundings and put you out of your element. Like, I did that kind of stuff. Like, I did things like that so that way I knew I was in control of the situation and not that person.
Mm,
So,
but yeah, I don't. We were like early days of the online services. Like we talked about it, like AOL, chat rooms, things like that. And I saw like basic stuff like stranger danger shit like that. But like I think our parents were just in that age range where they just didn't know what was happening.
they
Uh,
didn't know what to expect. They didn't see what's coming from it. I mean, I get it. Yeah, from a lot of things. So,
but how about you and your child? With more.
I've been very good about that. Like, oh, she did a first walk with her friends down to the local grocery store here. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. You text me when you get there, text me when you're leaving, and text me when you get back to the person's home. Because I was like, my day, you were just kind of like winged it and hopefully they, come home.
Yeah,
Remember, when we grew up with, the lights come on in the street, that means you got to come home.
we were the same way. And if everyone remembers, I used to live in like the south side of Chicago, so it was a little bit more sketchy. Wasn't bad. I was not like in the worst part of the area, but it was still like you still had a little bit be a little bit off. But yeah, there was a lot of times where I would just walk like we were near like one of the main streets of Chicago, so there was like small stores, things like that, and there was a lot of time where me and my sister would just go to like the dollar store, just me and her, and go grab something. And it was like a 2-3 blocks away, but it was still reasonable amount of distance for someone between the ages of like 9 and 10 or 8 to
Mhm.
10. But yeah, still. But what about online stranger danger?
I told her that she shouldn't give any away of her information. She can be general. She can be generalized. Oh, I live in the Pacific Northwest. That's great. That's huge. That's a huge just destination. But I don't think she only talks about her with her friends from school. So I'm like, I don't. She doesn't talk outside of the online thing. So it's good.
Okay. Was there any advice you would like to give to some parents that are probably dealing with that? I know it's one of those things
Um,
that is kind of a faux pas that you shouldn't give parenting advice, but
no,
it's one of
it's
those.
really a faux pas.
But sometimes you grew up in that generation where you know the how the internet works, and some people from like we basically know and I've been trying to teach you a lot of you still are learning from me some of the horrible things that the internet holds.
Yep.
And but is there anything advice since then, since I've educated you basically on some of the uh
Just do your research, due diligence, watch over your kid, kind of thing. make sure you can look at the conversations after the fact, which I can do sometimes. But I realize she just talks to a lot of her friends that are locally here and in her school, so I'm not worried about what's going on. But definitely be aware of what what's going on with your kid. So don't just think it's everything's okay.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's move on to the next story. And I
We have
think
so many good ones.
let's do the one I posted yesterday at 12:20.
All right.
So let me know when you're ready.
That was this morning.
It starts with at 2:49 per day.
All right.
Okay, ready?
249. Damn.
Okay, ready? At
Okay.
249 per day, prison stay leaves ex-inmates deep in debt.
Damn.
Okay. So, two decades after her release from prison, Teresa Betty, I think that's her name, Beatty?
Edie?
Beatty,
Edie?
feels she is still being punished. When her mother died 2 years ago, the state of Connecticut put a lien on their Stanford home she and her siblings inherited. It said that she owed $84,000 to cover the cost of her 2.5-year imprisonment for drug crimes. What the fuck? Okay. Now she's afraid she'll have to sell her home of 51 years where she lives with 2 adult children, a grandchild, and her disabled brother. That's kind of mostly with the pandemic where we
Fucked
just
up.
we recently talked about stuff like this. The housing market and shit. I'm about to be homeless, says Betty, 58, who in March became the lead plaintiff in the lawsuit challenging the state of law that charges prisoners $250 a day for the cost of their incarceration. You have to pay to be incarcerated?
What's the point then? You can be making money outside the workplace and getting that money. Fuck.
Wait, how much is okay? Calculator. We have to do the math on this. Like at this point,
No, it's extremely
so
astronomical.
250 a day? Did I read that right? Yeah, a day. 259. We'll just say 250, right? We'll just do 250 times 7 days
Average
because
days.
let's do a week. So if you're working a 40-hour week, you would have to be incarcerated a week. And if you're working a regular 40-hour job, you would have to be making $44 an hour.
Yeah. I don't even make that much. Doctor might. But you ain't getting a doctor degree after doing that crime.
Shit. Damn, that's horrible. Okay, let's continue. I just don't think it's right because I feel I already paid my debt to society. I just don't think it's fair to me to pay twice. All but 2 states have so-called pay-to-stay laws. Ooh, interesting. I did not know about this. 2 states have so-called
I've heard of it.
pay-to-stay laws that make prisoners pay for their time behind bars, though not every state actually pursues people for their money. Supporters say that collections are a legitimate way for states to recoup millions of taxpayers' dollars spent on prisons and jails. Okay. Critics say it's unfair second penalty that hinders rehabilitation by putting former inmates in debt for life. Efforts have been underway in some places to scale back or eliminate such policy. Yeah, that's about. Oh, wow. So the 2 states are Illinois and New Hampshire. Interesting. Oh, no. 2 states, Illinois and New Hampshire, have repealed their laws since 2019. Okay, so those 2 have repealed it. Okay. Connecticut has overhauled its statute this year, keeping it in place only for the most serious crimes such as murder and exempting prisoners from having to pay the first $50,000. What the fuck? Why did my screen go crazy? Of their incarceration cost. Okay, it's something. Under the revision law, about 98% of Connecticut inmates no longer have to pay any of the cost of their incarceration after they get out, said Representative Steve Strawstorm. I'm gonna just call him Staff Storm. That's kind of a badass name, Staff Storm. Okay. Bridgeport, Democrat, whatever, I don't care. The state retains its ability, though, to collect some prison debt already on books before the law changed. It is unclear whether the change in the law made after BD's sue will be enough to keep her home. No, that kind of sucks. Anything more, really? No, it's just more policy talk. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of, okay, we just learned about pay to stay laws. Interesting. That we've talked about imprisonment and stuff like that, wrongfully and stuff, but imagine if
Mhm.
that, like, okay, imagine if you're
I feel like
wrongfully.
she paid her that. I mean, she's honest about it. She said, I know that I did what I did, and I'm guilty of that. Okay, cool. But why am I being charged a second time? This is like I feel like this is a like she's still gonna get put down, and it's hard to get a job after having been in
For so
in
long, yeah.
in so long, and then having to pay back, and then trying to pay back when nobody will give her a job.
And
I mean, as soon as you have a record,
she's how old is she again? 51,
58.
58. And how much did she
Yeah,
owe?
right.
Let's do some math here. 84. Let's just say 84,000. So what's reasonable? 5 years? 10 years? I don't know. I'm trying to think. What would be a reasonable? 15 years is a little too much. Should we
I
be
know.
generous and do 15 years to pay it back?
Sounds good. Yes.
All right, we'll be a little bit generous and we'll do 15 years and divide that by 12 months. She would have to pay $500 a month for 15 years to pay off
That
whatever.
if she lived long
That's
enough
if
to
she
do
lived.
it.
So
It's just would probably put her in the grave quicker.
this point,
Uh,
because yeah, being generous, that was 15 years. Um, yeah,
oh
like even
wow.
even at 10 years, it would be like 700 a month. That's a lot of money. Um, but
Oh,
yeah,
how about this guy? I mean, there's another part of this article that says a former Connecticut inmate, Fred Hodges, who served more than 17 years in prison for killing a man who tried to retrieve his son's stolen bicycle, came into $21,000 after his car was totaled in 2009 traffic accident. The state claimed half of that, and after paying his lawyer, he was left with $3,000. I have 7 children, and the money could have helped them. It could have helped me, said the Hodges, who worked for a nonprofit that helps other inmates who re-enter society. If you're surprised at the effect it can have on you psychologically, when tell you owe them $240 a day. I was locked up for 17 and a half years. At $249 a day, you're going to how are you going to come up with that? I
uh,
agree with that guy.
okay, let's find out. Okay, how much money? Let's find out. So, 17.5 times 365.25 because of leap year.
Hmm.
Okay. Times $249 a day.
That's no money.
Oh,
We're looking at millions of dollars, aren't we?
$1.6 million. That's how much he owed the state of Connecticut. That is no regular people barely can make that money. That is,
I
yep.
know, right? Who makes that? You would have to be a millionaire, but nobody makes a millionaire
At
money.
that point, you just be in prison for life and not worry about it.
Hmm.
Like what you're not gonna leave that place because the second you leave it, you're just gonna be in debt. That's
I
fucked
know,
up.
right?
It's one of those things
Might
that
as well
it's
commit the committer in there and just stay for life.
like
No, you
literally,
can't pay it at all.
yeah. And this is what's wrong with things like like that. It's just like it becomes hard on individuals because it's already hard enough losing time. Time is very precious. Then
Mhm.
having to lose financial stuff, like it's just so ridiculous and
I
so
agree.
basically baffling and convoluted. How this is how the system works.
It is very messed up.
But you know what? We'll probably do it for our abortion prison too. So we gotta earn extra money. We have to.
I know, right?
We have to earn money even after they're gone. They'll be back. They'll be back. We'll just earn money on top of money. We just won't make it 250 a day. It's like, what's a reasonable price? 125. Cut it in half.
Okay, yeah, cut it in half.
We need to earn money. We gotta make more money so our podcast can last longer.
That's what she said. Heyo.
Okay, so
How
what's the
about the
next?
New York? I was thinking this is hilarious. I don't know if you thought this was funny about whippets. You have to be 21 and older to buy it.
I remember that term. It's been a while since I've heard it. Ready whip. Okay, go for it.
New York law meant to whip whippets make whipped cream a 21 and older purchase.
Make
21
that.
and over.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, whippets. Oh,
So if
come
anyone
on.
knows, it's just Ready Whip. So, but anyways, continue.
Sorry, the commercial, like a ad popped up on there.
You got a
In
little
New
ad.
York, I know, right? In New York, you can be carded to buy not only alcohol, cigarettes, but whipped cream as well. State law went into effect in November of 2021 in the attempt to whippets, which are the cartridges inside the whipped cream dispensers that contain nitrous oxide, also known as the laughing gas. Nitrous oxide from the whippets can be used to achieve a high. The law restricted the sale of whippet cartridges and therefore whippet cream to people above the age of 21. Violations can result in $250 fine for on a first offense and $500 fine on each subsequent offense. With 21 and older for a can, I don't even know how to open those damn things.
No, you would have to. You literally would have to like pop those things. Like you gotta
Yeah, I know.
you gotta snap them. You know that's kind of the only way to do. Oops, sorry for any listeners right there. Oops, but yeah, it's it is. I get it. Like there, people will always find a way to chase the high, right? There's like people who sniffed paint, sniffed like highlighters and Sharpies and stuff like that.
Somebody who was my ED, and this is a long time ago. I haven't seen this patient in a very long time. Don't know. Alert. Just addicted to Benadryl.
Yeah. Wait, Benadryl? Wait, I'm trying
Yeah,
to. Let me.
addicted to Benadryl. I was like, dude, I guess you're trying to sleep with me?
Oh,
It was
Benadryl. I was trying to remember what Benadryl was for a second. Oh, really?
diphenhydramine, that pink stuff
Well, yeah, that's what I was like. What?
for
Oh,
allergies. I'm like, what?
okay.
I was like, okay, they are addicted to that.
You know what I'm
Okay.
addicted to? Pepto-Bismol. I have the cleanest intestines in the world, guys.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
addicted to coffee. What's next? That's gonna be charged 21 and over. Caffeine's not good.
it's one of those legal legal drugs that we can have. Basically,
Yeah.
alcohol and caffeine are our 2 legal drugs, and sugar. I would say sugar is one of our legal drugs too.
Oh yeah, true. I agree with you on that 100%. Some of this stuff. Ursul's been checking up these a lot of drinks that have a lot of sugar in it. I'm like, I look at her, I'm like, oh my god, you only have a third of this today and nothing more. And she would wind up drinking half of it. And I look at her, I'm like, are you kidding me? I just told you only a third of it. Put it in a glass and leave it for tomorrow.
That's why I stopped drinking sugar. Oh, like I've
I don't drink a lot of sugar. I think the only sugar that's in my kombucha is, and there's what, 13, maybe 13 grams, sometimes less than that, actually, depending on which brand you get. So,
anyways. So yeah, did you know about whippets when you were younger?
no, I think I might have heard something about it, but like as a kid, like I'm of course I'm been a good tissue. I haven't really touched any drugs in my lifetime, as you can tell from the 420 episode.
Or no
So,
illicit drugs, basically.
no illicit drugs, no drugs that no.
She has
We
done
talked about we have talked about highlighters. We have talked about like Sharpies and getting high, but at the same time,
intoxicants.
they were coming out with markers that were scented.
Have you
How
done
do you?
intoxicants? We'll say intoxicants. How about that?
I haven't been intoxicated by it. It's not a thrill for me. Oh.
But anyways, yeah, I can see what they're trying for, but that sounds a little bit ridiculous. It's a little too much. Um, like how many of these how many of this like Ready Whip cans do you need to even get close to it? Because I like for me personally, we don't really use whipped cream in our household. I think we only use it. We purchase it. I want to say at least 3 times a year, and that's just during like holidays when we make special desserts. And special desserts, I mean like very like elaborate like cakes and jellos and stuff that need whipped cream. Besides that, whipped cream or even
Eyes.
or anything, it's just like not part of our household at all.
It's a part of my household because we give somebody PUPCUPS. We don't say that word out loud because he loves that word. Actually, it was National Dog Day a couple days ago, so happy National Dog Day to all everybody. I mean, a lot of the just were like, "Go get your cups." We wake up good. We're good.
But yeah, okay, let's actually, this is a perfect segue to the next article where is it? Government reports. So the government reports young adults are using marijuana and hallucinogens at a highest rate on record. This is from Rogue Rocket. Okay,
Okay, I'm not saying it.
you got it.
No, I cannot.
It's lower to the bottom.
So to the bottom. Okay.
Oh, okay. The there it is.
Oh, there it is.
A new survey by the National Institute of Health found that young adults are using marijuana and hallucinogens at an all-time record high. An annual monitoring of the Future survey, which was taken April and October 2021, shows that adults 19 to 30 year olds that did you see that we're not considered young adults anymore.
I know. We're like our mid adults.
No, we're adults now. We're not young adults.
Just
We're
adults. We're
we're
not
just
young adults.
adults.
We're young adults.
Yeah, but we're not. You know what? We're not seniors yet, though. So there you go.
True.
We're
But
just
soon,
adults.
soon.
I think seniors are considered like 65, right? If I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're good.
I remember when I was younger and it was 55. Remember that?
Yeah, no, don't lower the bar, Liz. 65, okay? Anyways,
Okay. I just like
uh,
the senior discounts. I mean, I like when my mom comes with me and gets senior discounts on things. Sorry.
no, you're good. I'm trying to look for okay. One of the substances at the highest rate since the agency first began recording in 1988. The survey
I'm as
found
old
that
as I am.
1988. It's 1988. The survey found that nearly 42% of the age group reported using pot in the last year. Almost 28% said they used it in the last month. Around 10% reported using it on a daily basis. For me, I don't use. I think I use it once a month, maybe, and that's rarely even. Yeah, for me, yeah. I know you like we stated earlier, you don't use any intoxicants besides probably like
Caffeine and alcohol.
probably like
Oh,
okay, that is a very significant jump from 5 years ago when the NIH found that marijuana use in the demographic landed at 33% in the last year, 28% in the last month, and nearly 8% daily. Let's see here. Anything else really important here? It makes sense because since then, 17 states, other states have followed suit, and another 13 legalized marijuana use. Yeah, it's just one. It's more readily available and it's more accepted these days, which just makes sense.
well, and then Oregon just started the psychobilin. Remember they passed that bill where you can come and get psychobilin
No, I did not. I
mushrooms.
oh, we talked.
Mushrooms.
Yes,
That
we
was one
talked
of the.
about it. We talked about that. It's sorry.
That
This
was
we talk about so much.
another.
Sorry. Good. Continue.
I know, but it was one of our state laws that where a lot of people are pushing for, which is fine because I actually voted for it to be legalized so that way it would be one less issue. But at least it was managed and monitored by healthcare professionals. So
Do you know what that was? What that states?
what
So,
states? I know they're still working on the like over. Was the I only know right now the law has been approved and they're working on making it accessible and easy for adults to get to it. So And of course for the uses to determine the uses for it. So like a lot of people it's for alcohol and cancer, and they have a lot of other uses for it. So I know that they're still working on it. There was a lot, it's been a lot of articles in the last couple months about it. So it's slowly coming into as a possibility happening sooner rather than later. I mean, they said 2 years possibly from when we put it into effect. So
Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that, everyone. But yeah, continue on this article. Just kind of looking through it. It looks like, why the increase has happened. One, it's becoming more readily, more legal. The stigma is getting reduced more and more. It's becoming more available since there's more safer distributors. On top of that, in the last 2 years, the plague did not help, or did help the industry, but did not help the overuse of it because people were just at home and just kind of doing. Either you were making the use of it. It's like there's some people that utilize their time a little bit more than others. I'm not afraid to say that. But then there was a couple people that just kind of laid about and like delved into their vices, be it
I don't-
alcohol, weed, or even like food, anything really. Just it's one of those things like you can see why the rise has happened. Some people with their daily use became their daily thing. Just because why not, right? I did it for the past 2 years. I'll just keep doing it now.
yeah, it's just also a lot of anxieties, a lot of the mental health came out too. So
Exactly
that
that.
would and that spiked up too. And then of course they're using memories to help counteract it because trying to get in an appointment with a psychologist or a counselor has been ridiculous. I've been through that with my daughter, but also on top of it, trying to cope with daily stresses of everything has been astronomical. And trying to get with the PCP is due to kind of help manage it all, and he can't because they're so backlogged to themselves. So
Yeah, that just yeah, the rise of I think we've spoken about the rise of mental awareness and stuff like that. I'm like shoot, what's the phone number again?
uh 855. Oh no.
855. we
God damn.
we
Got me
should
off guard.
anyways, while Liz looks for that. That's one of those things that yeah, mental health and has been a thing for sure that the last 2 almost 3 years now has been a critical thing for sure. And to say the least, like substituting some of the things, like I can see why some people would go into like
988. Yeah.
what is it?
988.
988. Like if you have need any help with any mental health stuff, like there's always a voice out there. I remember I, that's a number you need to call. 988.
Hmm?
Instead of remember when it was just that long number, like
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that they
The
simple.
suicide. Yeah, they simplified it. I'm glad. I mean, the suicide line is still there, but I mean, it's. I mean, I'm glad that's another option. Like I wouldn't remember that hotline at all, but to the 988 still there to use as a resource too. So
So yeah, there's always things out there, but yeah, I can see why this has been a thing. I don't know what to really say more about it. Like yeah, it's on the highest rate, but that's I think it's just gonna keep going up once more states become because on top of that, this is just what people are reporting, not everyone too. There's probably these numbers are probably a lot higher.
mhm.
Like I said, I'll be honest on the show. It's like I partake in cannabis use, but not as actively as some of these individuals. Like I said, like maybe once, twice a month max. Even my like alcohol consumption, not even that much. It's only during like gatherings. Probably during this weekend, I think I've drank like so much in more since in the last couple months just because everyone's just been together and hanging out, and it's one of those things you're like together hanging out, everyone's buying drinks, you just drink, like you chill.
I
But
saw that. I was like, oh look at there's Jesus having a shot.
god,
I think it was tequila.
there was a lot. I think we spent nearly like a solid as a group, I want to say we spent close to like $600 that night. Yep, shots, drinks. But yeah, we found a new fun location. I'll let you know later.
You better,
Uh,
because I want to join in. I was like disappointed I wasn't there.
but yeah, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, I don't really partake in a lot of vices myself. Um, and I'm
I'm guilty of alcohol, but that's the only way to tolerate my stresses lately.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, but yeah, but it's as long as the thing I will say, the thing I'll always say is like as long as you use it reasonably sparingly and it doesn't affect you in a negative fashion or the not yourself and the people around you, then it's more
Mhm.
than perfectly fine to continue doing it. It's when it starts affecting you and the people around you that's when it becomes a problem. That's the
Yes,
real
I agree
issue.
in your job and your life. Yeah, I agree 100% on
So
that
yeah,
one.
that's the only time I would say that's the issue is when it's affecting yourself and the people around you. And that's all I can really say for sure. Any other words on that, Liz?
Nope,
All right,
I think
let's.
you covered it. We
All
touched
right,
it.
all right. Let's find another story here.
We got
Find one more.
cheapest
One
countries get passes for it to
passes.
live in.
Wait,
I posted that on August 20th. A country, the 10 cheapest countries to go and live at.
you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it because we have a big story to go after.
All right.
Wait, the U.S. housing market official recession set? Is that the one?
No. From Thailand to
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Portugal. Thailand to Portugal. These are the 10 cheapest countries where you can buy citizenship or residency status for as low as $19,000. All right, save up your money, y'all. We're going to move to another country. Thailand's golden visa is a minimum application fee of $19,000 required. Thailand's elite visa membership program provides qualified foreign investors with privileged entry visa. This is valid up for 20 years.
It's a grand a year. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh, you have 8 different program options, ranging from Elite Flexible 1 to Elite Ultimate Privilege, according to Thailand Privilege Card Company, the state-owned enterprise within Thailand's federal tourism agency that runs the program. The minimum payment required is, of course, 19,000. Panama's golden visa is 40 grand.
I
Ah,
like how they have
yeah,
like elite visas, golden visas. They sound so like Thailand. They have some fun, interesting times over there.
I know, right? I had a friend who was from Thailand. Well, her family was from Thailand. It was fun. So, but I haven't spoken to her in quite a few years. So, uh, yeah, and then you got a visa, golden a visa for £60
The
for a
real
minimum investment.
estate. Where is
So they have
this?
like tiers of this everywhere, like this in oh, Antigua and Barbuda. Golden passport's $100,000 investment required.
Minimum investment. Okay.
Yeah, Dominica golden passport's $100,000 too. Minimum investment required.
Dominica. Okay. Not bad.
I
Not bad.
Saint Lucia. I wouldn't mind living in Saint Lucia. That looks pretty.
That
It's
does look
gorgeous.
nice.
It's right there in the Caribbean. I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is hurricanes, but yeah,
Yeah, you get through it. You get through it. You
exactly.
get through a week of hurricanes for the other like 99% of
I know, right? Warm weather, beautiful beaches. I mean, come on. How about Granada? 150,000.
Granada.
I've heard of Granada. It's pretty pretty. I would love to go to Granada. How about St. Kitts and Nevis golden passport for $150,000 minimum contribution?
Contribution,
Yeah.
not a okay, not investment, a contribution.
There's 3 ways to qualify for St. Kitts and Nevis citizenship by investment program, according to the official website. First one is Sustainable Growth Fund. to promote growth in various sectors, including healthcare, education, alternative energy, climate change, and resilience, and the promotion of indigenous
Indigenous.
entrepreneurship. Indigenous, thank you. I'm like, I know how to pronunciate that. Uh,
They're just trying to get
yeah,
okay. They're trying to get funding for their cities. Okay, okay, their countries. Okay, okay. You know that's one way to bring in money. Bring like yes, we can make
yeah,
you a citizen. With a special golden passport. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
North Macedonia is £200,000.
Private investment fund invest in new facilities, including restaurants. Huh? That create
Yeah, facilities to create at least 10,000, 10 local jobs. So
yeah. So you can
Portugal's
invest either 200,000 pounds or 400,000 pounds to get this citizenship. Okay. Have you ever thought of getting dual citizenship somewhere?
yes, I have. I actually thought about that. I'm like, technically, through my heritage, I should be able to claim 50% in Ireland. I got a combo that equated up to about 54% roughly. So, hmm, I thought it would be fun because that way, if I ever needed to leave the country, well, I'm a dual citizenship. I can leave. I wouldn't mind personally. I would love, 4-day work weeks and paid time off, healthcare taken care of.
Exactly, exactly.
Portugal is a golden visa of 250 pounds, thousand, of course. And then, of course, they have like lots of tiers. They have 8 tiers of this shit. Wow.
Transfer
Uh,
Portugal bank. You have to have 1 million in a Portugal bank. Damn. Uh,
uh,
ooh,
wow. It's just crazy how like you got
you can
like
basically
this.
buy citizenship. You know, if
Yes, you can.
which is like if you're able to do it, I can understand. Some of the cities here, and here's the thing: this is just to get the citizenship. You gotta still pay money for the to purchase the home and everything. It's just getting a citizenship. It's a costly effort, and I know a lot of people try to do this. It makes sense in this day and age to try to get away. Um, for sure, as much as we meme about how the status of America is right now, it's like it's pretty crazy, but it's still one of the best countries in the world, surprisingly.
I know, right?
And but it doesn't hurt to have like a second home somewhere, right?
Right? I know, like, oh, I have a home. You can rent with me for this much a month to have the place to yourself. Speaking of Thailand, I just want to bring up one more article. Uh, Thai couple leave snail dinner with $28,000 richer.
That
The man,
There it
Siddharth
is.
Chaiwan, took his 27-year-old girlfriend, Parahara Gatip, to the restaurant to celebrate her birthday. While Parahara was eating a snail, she bit on something hard, and when she spat it out, she discovered a round orange stone resembling a pearl. A friend dining with the couple joked that they may become millionaires while commenting that the stone looked similar to a mellow pearl. After research at the internet, the couple were shocked to discover that the real mellow pearls can cost over 1 million baht, approximately 27,407 dollars.
Bruh.
The couple sent the pearl to the Chiang Mai testing lab the next day, where it was confirmed that the stone was a genuine mellow pearl. Pearls have a natural orange to brown hue and can take decades to grow inside a mellow snail. These are typically harvested in the Andaman Sea off the Burma coast and South China Sea. They can also be found in Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, and Vietnam. Oh, and it's really cool. I thought that was pretty interesting how they
Yeah,
became basically be able to
basically.
pay off some debt and
Fuck, why can't I find a pearl? I'm trying to fucking pay off my debt. Damn you! I don't like snails. That's why. Fuck. All like
I know.
all the things that are able to get me like pearls or just like the animals you can eat to get these unique stuff. Like I don't like the flavor of. Damn it!
Or
My
texture. For me, it's texture.
no, for me it's usually texture. It's just like there's certain textures I don't like, and people don't understand sometimes. Like texture is a thing. Like there's certain food texturally like it tastes good, but I don't like. I just texturally can't eat it for some stupid reason. I know I'm
I
weird.
used to I know I used to eat a lot of the oysters in the can, and I can't seem to do it anymore. The texture got to me.
So okay,
Sorry, I had to tie that into Thailand.
it's fine. We someone's a little bit more richer, so for them, good job. All right, let's
Oh, the
go.
man who breaks the most eaten ghost peppers eaten in 1 minute.
All right, we are getting towards the end of the episode.
All right, all right, all right. All
Uh,
right, what do you want to talk about?
no, it's the we're gonna be
Sorry.
doing the. Let's roll the dice and see what we get.
Oh, okay. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, it's that time of time. One, two.
Oh man. Okay. Bad
What
dice.
the
What do we get?
heck? Okay, that's interesting.
Number one did we roll?
Number five, the number five story
Ooh.
here. Put it in the chat. So before we get into the story, everyone remember that we recently uh, released we recently picked the winners. So check your emails to check if you have won, and if it might be in your spam, double check by using any of the search bars in your email. Convoluted giveaway. It should be the easiest way to find it. If you won, make sure to check it because if no one responds by the 3rd, if I'm right, that's this Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday, we will be. Oh no, the 2nd. We said the 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 2nd, and we will be. I'm trying to think here. We will. Anyone who does not respond will probably re-roll the winners and pick some new ones. So please check your emails by the 2nd. And we will be getting that. We'll be asking you the size of your shirt and your address, and we'll be able to send those off after we're done with the tie-dyeing and the live stream. So you'll get more information about that. But yeah, congratulations to those who won. Double check your emails, check your spam. And for those who didn't win, you can always get our merch at merch.tyrant.com. There will be a summer sale on the 1st, so keep your ears on that. And I'll be posting it on
Gonna be
Instagram.
eyes.
Me and Liz will be discussing what the percentage is, so look forward to that. Well, I mean, we might even roll for it if we don't know. We'll see.
Ooh.
Okay. But it will be our summer
Well,
sale.
we'll be together this afternoon. That'll be a great story for later.
But yeah, we'll be make sure you check that. But yeah, let's get into this story. Should I read this one?
Go for it.
All right. Am I the asshole for eating my cupcake outside?
He's already been labeled it. That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. I have a 10-year-old daughter who loves frosting. Every week, I buy cupcakes for me, my wife, and her, and she always eats my frosting. These past few weeks, I decided to eat my cupcake before going inside. She asked me where my cupcake is, and I told her I don't like cupcakes anymore, so I only bought 2. It works for a while, but last night when I was enjoying my cupcake before going inside, she caught me and ran to her mom to tell her how much of a terrible dad I am to steal her frosting for weeks.
Her frosting. Damn.
Okay. She is sulking and my wife thinks I'm an asshole and I'm acting childish. Should just let her have it. But it's easy for her to say when she's never giving up her frosting. Am I the asshole? There's some edits here. Okay, this is pretty funny. We've dealt with some weird stuff. This is pretty funny, simple. So, okay,
It is kind of childish. I'm not gonna lie.
okay, you have a child. You have a child. What are you thought? What are your thoughts? Or do you want me to do my initial thoughts first?
My thoughts are, he should have just given it up. I mean, he's an adult. Come on. Kids will be kids for so long, and then before you know it, they're not asking for your frosting. They're asking for money to go out. That's how I feel about it. I mean, yeah, I get it. The wife wasn't giving up, but the daughter obviously is attached to dad, and she's asking dad because she loves her dad. She's asking dad, "Hey, can you give me your frosting?" You know, and maybe she has more of a bond with dad than she has with mom, or she has a bond with mom and she prefers dad's frosting. I don't know. I don't know the whole story behind it, but can. The master for the frosting, because the next thing you know, they'll be asking for money to go out to the movies with their friends.
Ooh, interesting. There's a lot add to the edit. So I don't know. At this point, he should have just bought a fourth cupcake, and just like, here, have 2 cupcakes. Give the kid 2 cupcakes. Done. That's it.
Mhm.
I think that's it. That's how America is.
Frostings.
Just give 2 cupcakes to the kids. Be America, right?
Right.
Like, it's a weird one. Is he an asshole? Not really. A little bit, but there's a few times where like one, twice. Wait, what? Do they do it every day? My what? Every week.
Every
Once
week.
a week. Uh, every time's a little too much. Maybe like every other week, but I don't know.
I don't
She's
know why they don't give her a tub of frosting.
at this point, right? Like if she at this point, like, here, just take the frosting. Be American. All right, let's continue. Edit. Everyone is taking this very seriously. My daughter is not an entitled spoiled brat. Honestly, I think she doesn't even love frosting that much. She only does it to annoy me. I made this post because my wife likes this sub, so I wanted to show her that I'm not an asshole. Well, apparently the people are saying you are an asshole, but let's continue. There's a second post. A lot happened since I posted here. My wife is getting a divorce. She says that she can't live with a liar. CPS came to our home to take our child away. They say we're terrible parents for letting our child eat frosting, but by the time they got here, our daughter wasn't home. Why? Because the cops came and arrested her for stealing a car. They said frosting thieves
She's 10 years old.
always become car thieves, so there is no need waiting. She should go to jail ASAP. When she got there, she called me and said she's going not going NC
North
because
Carolina.
I lied to her and she can't trust me anymore. Meanwhile, we're getting calls from our friends telling us horror stories about our daughters bullying them. Our life is ruined all because of a cupcake. Lol. So my daughter and I have a serious conversation about this problem. We came to an agreement that she said she'll stop stealing my frosting if I stop stealing her chips, so we're good. It was all about the chips. There's the real culprit. He was the asshole all along. Doing the dad thing.
I love his mockery. I just love his mockery. He's got a sense of humor about it. I mean, granted.
So yeah, he was the asshole to begin with. He was stealing her chips. It's one of those things your parents will like sneak some of your stuff from you, right?
Oh yeah, I had food on the table yesterday morning, getting ready for work, and I was of course running. I ran a couple minutes late, but whatever. Anyway, so I don't know if I was cleaning the dish or grabbing my coffee, and I looked over and my mom steals one of my sausages off the plate.
Even
It
when you're
happened. It's continued happening off to
even
this
when you're
day.
older, they'll still do it to you. Yep, my parents
I
still
know
do
your
that.
parents do it to you.
Yep, they do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not rebutting that. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, we found the real thing behind it. Like, yeah, dad was just stealing her chips, so she's been countering back by stealing her frosting. That's fine. I like how it ended. It's funny. I can see how it was. It's one of those things, like, you didn't have to take it that far to just eat your cupcake. Like, I'm guessing there were like more higher end cupcakes. There's some fancy cupcakes that can cost like a good.
Well, I get some fancy cupcakes, man. I love these
So yeah,
gluten-free cupcakes.
my sister,
So
there's this like really nice cookie store out nearby us, and she gets them at least once every other week. And they're good. They're like those nice high-end cookies, but I never really ask how much they are. But one time I had to go pick them up for her, and she was
oh
gonna
yeah, I think I remember the story.
yeah, and I had to go pick them up, and I had to pay, and she was gonna like return the money to me, and I never really paid attention. But then I okay, I'm gonna pick them up. I thought I was like, it's gonna be not too expensive. They're just like a dozen cookies. Fuck, they were like $30 for 12 cookies. Like, what the fuck? But they're good cookies, but not $30 worth. Or let's see, so what's 30 for 12? What is? I still have the calculator out.
That's
30,
like $6
12,
to be exact.
$12. That's like $2.50 a cookie. That's a little much. But yeah, it's like, if you're getting, it's fun when your parents do these kind of things where they buy a fun treat at the end of the week for the entire family. Like, I get it, it's really nice and sweet, and then then the one doing the treating gets a trick instead by losing the treat that they brought them. That kind of sucks, but it seems the culprit was him all along for stealing her chips to begin with.
Stop stealing my chips. If it was my fries, you guys are losing fingers.
So yeah, looking down in the comments below, Calm Initials said, You're the asshole, not for eating your cupcake outside, really, but because you have failed to teach your child that she can't always get what she wants or that she isn't entitled to your frosting. That is your cupcake, frosting and all. She has her own, and that's all she's allowed to have. Your thoughts on that comment?
I almost agree with them because they're like, I get it. So yeah. I think it's funny because I agree with them. Like, not everybody gets what they want, but even my kid is 11, and I still don't allow her to have things off me. Like, oh, can I have a French fry off your plate? Oh, okay.
What
As
if
long as I
it?
get a tater tot off your plate or something like that, or vice versa. I mean, yeah, I don't because my kid is only gonna be young for so long. Honestly, I'm gonna allow her to take off my plate because I don't want to be a bad parent and let her starve. Be because they won't be asking for that when they get older. They'll be having their own plates and they won't want you to touch their plate at some point in time. So I don't know. Part of me is like, I get it, but at the part of me, like, they're so young for so long. Before you know it, they're off doing their own thing.
Yeah, kind of reading
So
through these. These are mostly the same thing, like teaching your kid she can't always get what she wants and stuff like that. There's the things, like you said, there is time you could do that, but I think when it's repetitive, that's the issue. Like if it's consistent, it's always happening. But that's for a different
true.
they
I
like
don't have that consistent
so that's what
problem, I guess you could say.
exactly. But if it was, what would your thoughts be? Would they be different if it was like all the time?
Again, I think I'm on that philosophy, they're only young so long, they're gonna take off your plate. And I think I still do it my mom off my mom's plate, she takes off my plate. So it's back and forth all the time. So for me it's a natural thing in my household.
I
So
see. So we found the root of the problem. It's generational. Dun dun. Wait, I have that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this time around, it was a cupcake problem, but we solved it, everyone. So, any final
again,
words?
there
Or
are solutions to these things, like grab her some more frosting or something.
just
I mean, my daughter goes without frosting, so my mom winds up eating the frosting and she gets a cupcake. So it's a win-win situation on this one.
and on this one, just say no. Say no. My cupcake. You have your own cupcake. So, um, everyone, thank you again for listening or watching if you're watching this live. Don't forget winners to double check your emails to check everything. Check your spam because we want to be sure the winners do get their stuff. We took a little bit of time. We even extended the time for the contest. Look forward to our summer sale. Me and Liz will be discussing that a little bit after the show ends. And if you want to, so look forward to some discounts on our merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com.
That's all, folks.
Exactly.
Are you out of your mind?
You need to
And
get some sleep before we come over.
I'm gonna try. And then what else? Don't forget to join our Discord if you want to come hang out and chit chat. We're usually on there every once in a while. And yeah.
Just tag me to come on. I'll join when I can.
So yeah, we get bored a lot. We get bored a lot throughout the day. So a
Yes,
little
we do.
like throwing gifts around. Just that's basically what we do. But yeah, thanks again for listening. Don't forget to check our follows if you want to follow some other stuff. If you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, you can get notifications when we go live or when things post. So yeah, until next time, see ya.
Bye.